Hello learners, I'm Cynthia Amwa, your integrated science teacher presenter. Today our topic is functions of carbon within the environment. Functions of carbon within the environment. Now before we start our lesson for today, let's look at the homework I gave you the other time we met. So homework number 1, state 3 water bodies that evaporate to form clouds. State 3 water bodies that evaporate to form clouds. 1, we have streams. 2, rivers. 3, lakes. So 3 water bodies that evaporate to form clouds are streams, rivers, and lakes. From clouds. Explain how rain falls from clouds. Yes, liquid water from water bodies and plants evaporates into water vapor, condenses to form clouds, and comes back to earth in the form of rain. So liquid water from water bodies and plants evaporates into water vapor, condenses to form clouds, and comes back to earth in the form of rain. So this is how rain falls from clouds. Now question number 3. Explain the difference between condensation and dew points. Explain the difference between condensation and dew points. If the temperature gets down to dew points, some of the water vapor turns back to liquid. That is water. This is called condensation. If the temperature gets down to dew points, some of the water vapor turns back to liquid. That is water. This is called condensation. So this is the 3rd question. Now let's come to today's topic. Today's topic is functions of carbon within the environment. Functions of carbon within the environment. Now before we start today's lesson, let us look at our lesson objectives. Lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to 1. Identify 3 common materials in the environment that contain carbon. Identify 3 common materials in the environment that contain carbon. 2. List 3 uses of materials that contain carbon. List 3 uses of materials that contain carbon. Good. Now we are coming to look at functions of carbon within the environment. So let us start our lesson. Pay attention, and at the end you will benefit from this lesson. Functions of carbon within the environment. So introduction. Carbon is an element that is the basis of life on earth. Carbon is an element that is the basis of life on earth. Life, plant life, and animal life. Animals, we are all animals. Human beings, we are all animals. We are higher animals. Good. All living things contain carbon in different forms. All living things contain carbon in different forms. So we can see some pictures on our screen. We have plants and animals. Yes, can see some writings. Oxygen, O2, carbon dioxide. So the arrows pointing inside, we take in oxygen and we bring out carbon dioxide. Plant also takes in carbon dioxide and brings out oxygen. So let's look at it. Animals breathe in carbon dioxide out and plants breathe it in. Animals breathe it carbon out, and plants breathe it, that's carbon in. So we animals, plants and animals use carbon dioxide. So animals bring it out and plants take it in. Carbon plays an important role in our environment. Carbon plays an important role in our environment. So materials that contain carbon. Materials that contain carbon. We are coming to look at materials that contain carbon. Yes. There are many materials in the environment that contain carbon. There are many materials in the environment that contain carbon. The element carbon. Yes. Carbon combines with other elements to form these materials in the environment. Carbon combines with other elements to form these materials in the environment. So we have charcoal, we have graphites, wood. Yes, there are many materials in the environment that contain carbon. Examples are charcoal, graphites, wood. Good. We have pencil, cement, plastics. So there are many materials in the environment that contain carbon. Examples are pencil, cement, plastics. Good. We have smoke, bitumen, and petrol. They all contain carbon. So there are many materials in the environment that contain carbon. Examples are smoke, bitumen, and petrol. Good. So role of carbon in materials. Role of carbon in material. There are benefits. Benefits of carbon in materials. Their role. What role does it play in these materials? We are coming to look at it. Their responsibilities. Good. So let's look at what is on our screen. Yes. Carbon exists in the form of graphite, which is used in the pencil you use to draw and write. So what you see in the pencil is called graphite, and it is in the form of carbon. So we use it to draw, as we can see on our screen. Somebody has used it to draw a cat, and use it to write, as we can see on our screen. So carbon exists in the form of graphite, which is used in the pencil you use to write, draw, and write. Good. Another one. Carbon also exists in the form of diamond, which is used for making pieces of jewelry. So the jewelry that we wear, the jewelries that we wear, contains carbon in the form of diamond. Yes, so carbon also exists in the form of diamond, which is used for making pieces of jewelry, as we can see on our screen. This is the shape of a diamond, and we used it to make jewelries. Good. Charcoal and coal are mainly carbon. Charcoal and coal are mainly carbon. They are used as fuel to produce heat. So the charcoal we use contains carbon, and the coal we use contains carbon. The coal, we use it on our streets to tar the streets. Yes. Some people use it in their buckets to prevent it from rusting. In the olden days, they use it to prevent the container from being rusted. Good. Good. So this is charcoal. Fuel like petrol, diesel, liquefied petroleum gas also contain carbon used to move cars. So you see, so many things in our environment contain carbon, like the petrol, diesel, liquefied petroleum gas also contain carbon used to move cars. As we can see, a man filling the tank of a car with petrol. Is it petrol? Can be diesel. Yes. Good. So let's continue. The presence of carbon in steel makes it strong and does not break easily. That is why we use it in building our houses, for building bridges, because it is very strong. Because of the carbon in it, it does not break easily. So the presence of carbon in steel makes it strong and does not break easily. Good. Now carbon dioxide. We are coming to look at carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, CO2. You can see 2 molecules of oxygen and 1 molecule of carbon forming carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, CO2, as we can see on our screen. Carbon dioxide combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, which is a gas. Carbon dioxide is a gas. We breathe out. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide, and plant takes in carbon dioxide. It is a gas. So carbon combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, which is a gas. Yes, carbon dioxide is used in fire extinguishers, as we can see on our screen. You always see this in banks, hospitals, churches. The benefits of it is to put out fires. They are not there for fun. When there is outbreak of fire, they use it. So carbon dioxide is used in fire extinguishers to put out fire, as we can see on our screen. Yes, and it is very essential. It provides cooling effects in refrigeration. Carbon dioxide provides cooling effects in refrigeration. The uses of carbon dioxide. So when you put something in your fridge for some time, you see that it has cooled because of the carbon dioxide gas in the refrigerator. So it provides cooling effects in refrigeration. Another uses of carbon dioxide. Plants use carbon dioxide to prepare their food. as we can see on our screen. When the sun shines on the leaf, it gives us energy, and the plants use it to prepare their food with water and other nutrients. The gas that the plants produce is the oxygen. Now we take in, the plant gives us oxygen, we breathe it in, and then we breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plant also use it to prepare its food with water, with the presence of sunlight. Yes, so this is how plants use the carbon dioxide to prepare its food. Plants use carbon dioxide to prepare their food. Now, carbon dioxide is used in carbonated drinks or fizzy drinks. So when you open and you hear any sound, the fizzy sound, that is gas. It is carbon dioxide gas in the drink. So whenever you buy these drinks on our screen, open and pour it in a cup or other container for the gas to come out before you drink it. So it is used in carbonated drinks or fizzy drinks to preserve it. Yes, for preservation. Good. Now you have done very, very well for this lesson. And very soon we have come to the end of this lesson. Summary of the lesson. Yes. Now we looked at the element carbon dioxide. We looked at materials that contain carbon dioxide. We also looked at the role of carbon in materials. The role of carbon in materials. And the last one, we looked at the uses of carbon dioxide. Uses of carbon dioxide. So let's test ourselves on the benefits of the sun. Let's test ourselves on this lesson. The role of one of the hardest known material substance. One of the hardest known material substance on earth is a form of carbon called one of the hardest known material substance on earth is a form of carbon called gold, graphite, diamond. Which one is the answer, learners? Which one? Think about it. I know you say it's diamond. Diamond. So one of the hardest known material substance on earth is the form of carbon called diamond. It's a form of carbon called diamond. So we are looking at we are testing ourselves on the role of carbon in materials. The role of carbon in materials. Question number 2. The natural form of carbon that is used in pencil is known as. The natural form of carbon that is used in pencils is known as. We have graphite, ink, fountain. So what can we see in the pencil that we use to write and draw? Yes, learners, tell us. We have talked about it. Graphite. Graphite. So the natural form of carbon that is used in pencil is known as graphite. It is known as graphite. Question number 3. Carbon combines with dash to form carbon dioxide. Carbon combines with dash to form carbon dioxide. We have hydrogen, oxygen, vitamin. Hydrogen, oxygen, vitamin. Which of them is the answer? Oxygen. Oxygen. So carbon combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. One molecule of carbon and 2 molecules of oxygen, forming carbon dioxide. Question number 4. Which of the following carbon materials can be used as fuel to produce heat? Which of the following carbon materials can be used as fuel to produce heat? We have fire, we have charcoal, and steel. Which one is the answer? Okay, charcoal. Charcoal. We use it to produce heat. Good. Last question. All the following materials contain carbon except. All the following materials contain carbon except wood, gold, coal. Wood, gold, coal, except gold. Except gold is also an element on its own. It's an element on its own. Good, good. So we have finished with our questions. Test ourselves. Now we are on homework. Homework on today's lesson. Homework number 1. Mention 3 materials that contain carbon. Mention 3 materials that contain carbon. 2. State 3 uses of materials that contain carbon dioxide. State 3 uses of materials that contain carbon dioxide. I hope you do this homework. I'm giving you 1 minute to copy this homework and try your hands on it. Well done, learners. I hope you have finished copying. Hope to see you. Learn hard. Meet next time. Bye-bye.